Good evening. I'm coming to you from a very messy room. I can't help it. It's the only place in the travel trailer that I can be in right now and speak out loud because my husband is sleeping. And so I had to come in this front room where he keeps all of his things and does some of his paperwork and stuff in here, and he is so messy. I have never ever met somebody as messy as him, and this room just dysregulates me anyway. But anywho, that's okay, because that's one of the things I'm going to talk about in this video. Well, the first thing I wanted to talk about, something that has really just been on my mind tonight. It's a topic regarding autism, and it's when you, for me, I can't speak for anyone, and I never will. I'm only going to speak for me and my experiences, because everybody that's on the spectrum is different in the way that they present, in the way that the way they fall on the spectrum. Their autistic traits, we're all different. But this is common, I guess, but it happens to me too. I don't always know what emotion I'm feeling. All I know is whatever is going on in here, I don't like it. But I'll sit there and I will go down a checklist in my head, and I'll think, okay, what could possibly be causing this feeling inside of me right now? Why am I feeling uncomfortable in my brain? What is it that is bringing me down in the dumps? What is it that is making me quiet? What is it that is, just making me not feel happy? And sometimes I cannot figure it out. I can't. I'll sit there and I'll go through all the emotions. I'll think of, okay, am I sad? Am I mad? Am I, nervous? Am I depressed? Am I anxious? And sometimes I will go through the whole list and I'll be like, I don't think I'm any of those things, but there is something there. And that is something I deal with. Not every day, but a lot. I'm dealing with it tonight. The only thing I can think of is I get really, I'm very sensitive, okay? And one of the things that will make me kind of shut down a little bit is when I don't feel like I'm being heard, and when I feel like I'm being kind of like rejected, emotionally rejected. And that will make me kind of shrink back, go into my little turtle shell, and not want to come out. Because I don't want to be somewhere where I don't feel like I'm being wanted or appreciated. And so, yeah, hey, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just kind of like in a shutdown mode. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm feeling, is rejected tonight, and I just kind of like don't know how to carry that. So I just talk to God out this window. I talk to him out this window. I come in here at night sometimes and I just sit here and I talk to him, and sometimes the moon is out and sometimes it's not. Tonight I don't see it. But I tell him a lot of things out this window, and it's very helpful to be able to kind of escape to a little quiet place. Even though this room is an absolute disaster, it's still private and it's uninterrupted, and I can just sit in here in the dark with my coffee. Yes, I'm drinking coffee because why not? I mean, I have insomnia right now, so I guess it doesn't really much matter. I'm gonna be up anyway. But what was I saying? That happens to me too. I forget what I'm saying because now I'm thinking about coffee and if I should have put creamer in it. No, probably not, because then my stomach would have been nauseous and that would have made a really long night. Okay, never mind about that. But no, I'll come in here and I'll sit in the dark and I'll just either have coffee or tea or maybe just my water, and I talk to God out this window. And I pray for others, and I talk to him about how I'm, just struggling, and it helps. Because I can tell you this, even when my life is just an absolute mess, it feels like that a lot of the time. I can go into prayer and come out of it feeling, I hate hearing noises and I don't know where they came from. There's a lot of creaks and noises when you live in a travel trailer. By the way, this is gonna be going bye-bye here very soon. I can't stand living in this thing. I'm grateful to have a home, don't get me wrong. I know there's people out there that would do anything to live in a travel trailer because they're living on the street. What I'm saying is, this whole living in a travel trailer full-time thing is so dysregulating to me. Physically and emotionally, mentally, all of it. It's way too cramped, way too small. I need to have like a full bathroom. I need to have like accommodations because my, the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and stuff, it makes it very hard to like shower when you don't really have much of a bathroom at all. I'm not going to get into all that in this video, but I'm just letting you know that there's a lot of weird noises when you live in a travel trailer, especially in the Southwest. It's like, you don't want to see anything creepy crawly in here, which I never have, by the way, which is, knock on wood. Nothing's wood in here. It's all fake. I don't know. Maybe that door's wood, but it's too far away to knock on it. But anyway, this is why I called in the description with this channel Autism Unmasked. I can't mask anymore. And so yes, when I speak, I am all over the place. So let me go back to the topic at hand. And that is not knowing what I'm feeling a lot of the time. It's very frustrating. And you want to talk about feeling frustrated? It frustrates other people too. It frustrates the people that are closest to me, because it's like, I mean, I don't really have a lot of people close to me, and the one that's closest to me, I've given up a long time ago trying to explain myself and trying to advocate for myself as far as what I need and what makes things easier for me and how I can make things easier for them. It's called communication, and that's something that doesn't really happen very much. But it happens. It can be very frustrating. It can be frustrating when you just want to fix whatever is going on inside your mind, but you don't know how. And I tell you, I do go into shutdown mode a lot. And I do it sometimes without even realizing it. I'll sit there and I'll like jolt out of a not a trance, but just I'll sit there and I'll realize, like, I haven't said one word in the last 3 hours, 4 hours. I will clam up. I guess it's called selective mutism. I don't know, but it happens. And if I'm really, really overwhelmed, no words will come out of my mouth. I'll try, but it's like complete glitchy chaos in my brain. I can't get a word out. So I just kind of sit there. And I mean, I'll make gestures I'm no comprende, I can't talk right now. It's not like I sit there in a trance and scare the people around me. No, I try to let them know through facial expressions and hand gestures like, nah, I'm not ready yet. Just, it's hard. The communication part to all of this is really hard. And when you don't have a support system and you don't have that one safe person that can understand you and really kind of work with you and find ways to make things work. In fact, the person you're with is almost like just the opposite of all that. It's not easy. And I find myself going into shutdown mode a lot. And the thing for me too is I find it very, it can be scary when I have meltdowns. I don't get violent. It's nothing like that. It's just that when my body gets to that level of a meltdown where I'm just I'll cry uncontrollably. I can't stop crying. And I just feel so overwhelmed, like sensory overload going on. Everything is just rushing to the forefront. And I can't sort through it. It's just all there all at one time. And I try not to let myself get to that point. If I feel like a meltdown could be coming, I will do something to try to make it not happen. And sometimes that means I just have to grab my journal and start writing, or grab my crochet hook and start just crocheting some stitches or something, I have to do something to take my mind off of whatever it is that is causing me to feel so overwhelmed. So I know this video is kind of boring tonight. Trust me, I got a lot to say. I just haven't really got to the real meat and potatoes of my experiences yet. I guess I don't really know how to introduce some of my experiences to you all, whoever you are out there. I mean, I don't know if anyone will ever really see this channel, and that's okay. Sometimes just talking is therapy too, which, by the way, I have cognitive behavioral therapy tomorrow, and that makes me happy. I like talking to her. She helps me. And, unfortunately, I don't want to call her my friend because I think that would be kind of like a creepy thing. She's my therapist. Right? Like, you wouldn't call your doctor your friend. Would you? I don't know. I mean, you're friendly with each other, obviously, because it's your doctor. But I don't think you would say, put him in the friend category. You'd put him in the doctor category. Anyway, confusing. So yeah, I wouldn't call her my friend, but it is just like talking to a friend. Except she lets me do most of the talking because she knows that I have to just get it out. And then she'll chime in every once in a while, and if I ask her a question or if she feels like she needs to let me know something, she will. But for the most part, she just lets me kind of just go on and talk about things that have gone on, how I've handled it, how I am handling it, how I'm feeling about it, all that kind of good stuff. And sometimes the 50 minutes feels like 1 minute. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't done yet. So I have to wait another 2 weeks. Hold that thought. Another 2 weeks. But before I continue to ramble on, I guess the point of the video is that tonight what you're seeing is uncomfortableness, shutdown mode-ish, and not quite sure what the emotions are in my head right now. I do know one thing. I do feel a little sad. That I do know. But there's more going on that I can't quite identify. I know there's a term for it. but because I have short-term memory issues, I can't remember the name of the term. But there is a name for when you cannot identify your emotions. I just don't know what it is. I saw it, I heard it, I read it, don't remember it. So yeah, that's kind of what you're seeing right now. So I am gonna go and journal and read some of my Bible. I might share some of my Bible on a short and kind of share some goodness and encouragement with whoever wants to listen, and just try to do my part down here for God to scatter seeds, and hopefully they fall on good soil, you know, and God can water that seed into that person and let that person grow in Christ. Because there's nothing better than to scatter seeds for God. Even when you're going through your worst, you can still scatter seeds. You know, that's one thing that kind of makes me feel a little bit better when I'm feeling really dumpy. I like to help other people when I'm feeling bad, because doing that makes me feel better. And you know, my life is somewhat of a organized mess, because I'm very OCD, but I like to be OCD because I like when things are organized. I like when things are in order. I like to have things clean. I don't understand how somebody can live in mess, in filth. I cannot wrap my mind around it. I can't. So I don't mind having OCD. I think it's a gift, to be honest with you. Sometimes people are like, a gift? It can be a little annoying, yes, but I'm sorry. I feel like it's a gift. Detailed, attention to detail and being organized, I feel is a gift, because it makes things so much easier to live with and live around and live in. You can find things. You know exactly where they are. You don't have to go looking for them. And I thought I had something on my face. It's a shadow. I was like, what was that? But yeah, I don't mind being OCD. I love it. I love when things are in order. So I got to get myself out of this room because it is just way too messy. And I am rambling on now. So I'm going to go. But my next video, stay tuned. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to tell you about my brother. So, yes, stay tuned for the next video. And I have something very, very deep and moving to share. And that will be my next video. And I'll sprinkle some seeds of the Bible in between this video and the next. So, love you all. Take care. Stay strong in your faith. And have a good night. And I'll see you on the next video.